Hello and welcome to the only video content I know how to produce anymore. Originally, this was going to be longer, but, well, 1, Lewis has time limits for these, and 2, my workload has only increased with so much crap, I'm questioning if I have any semblance of sanity at this point. This year has been an absolute hell on every front, and yet the light in my life was once again video games. Also my girlfriend, but I don't think she wants me to talk about my private life unless I want to be hunted down and she's chasing me like a cheetah. God, I love her. Anyway, the focus of this video is kinda narrowed down to a few games, and even then I'm just blowing through them because I only have so much time. Dragon Quest III HD Remake. Didn't beat it, but the visual style is charming and perfect for the first 3 Dragon Quest games. Considering how hard it is for me to get into older RPGs, and how I've realized over the years just how much this series means to me, I did fall in love with it. Now just gotta make time to finish the damn thing. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. A beat-em-up that's really damn fun while giving me some nostalgia for certain voice actors, mostly those in the X-Men. I only wish for 2 more things. One was having character-specific endings, kinda like how they did in Shredder's Revenge, and 2, I really wanted to play with my friends. And hey, they're busy, and this year hurt a lot of wallets, so I hold no grudges against anyone. Except you, Kyo. You made a promise to play this with me on my birthday and didn't. Don't worry, I'll have my revenge. And I'll do it with a POW hammer. Once your model switches back to 3D again, get ready. Say it with me, Kyo. POW hammer. Next game on the list, POW hammer. Next is 100 Line, Last Defense Academy. So this one is my actual game of the year. Unfortunately, I can't talk too much about it since this game literally has 100 endings and the paths to those endings are, oh boy. Cody can agree with me. Oh boy. They can range from funny, to sincere, to grossing you out, and to even make you cry in a corner, despite you saying you weren't going to cry over the moment due to the short time you have with it, only to then end up, you get the idea. What I can say, it's done by the same people behind Danganronpa, and is a tactical game where you mostly defend your base from the alien forces trying to nab something super secret in the school. Also, your classmates all possess magical blood that transforms into weapons to do cool anime stuff, all to survive 100 days of being attacked, all the while trying to uncover the mysteries about the world around you. Though I did stop playing after a few endings and got so much more to achieve, I was satisfied with what I uncovered, so you don't have to aim for all 100 endings. Not that that's stopping Cody, who's about a fourth of the way there now, and at this point I've lost track, so he's probably even further. Check out his channel if you want to see the madness this game provides. Digimon World 1 and Next Order. Technically, I got Time Stranger as the year was coming to a close. Unfortunately, due to said stressful responsibilities, I couldn't get far into it. Fortunately, I had some other Digimon games to keep me busy. And shockingly, I never beat either game before now because the world titles tended to kick my ass something fierce. The one exception is the PSP game. After watching videos done by Guide to Nerdhood, I decided to finally try, and yes, I finally beat them and felt super accomplished when I just looked at them kinda like a roguelike. That being said, I'm not touching World 2 or 3 though again, I'm sorry, they wore out my patience very quickly. I'll also give a special kudos to Time Stranger. I'm still trying to beat it even while editing this video, and let's just say it's giving me everything I ever wanted as a fan of turn-based Digimon titles. Super Robot Wars Portable A.
Non-merger!
This game.
Non-merger!
This game.
Non-merger!
This game, and yet I love it so damn much. Okay, this is technically a remake from when it first came to the GBA and upgraded to the PSP, without balancing everything, making it a pain in the ass. And the funny thing is, I only found out this was translated to English like a few weeks after I did my reviews for Original Generation 1 and 2, so I played it immediately, and I got my ass beat hard. So there was a patch yet to balance the game better, and yeah, it was still kinda hard, especially when enemies had ridiculous amounts of health. But despite some BS, and a lot of grinding, I still had a lot of fun with it, especially the story. And while I did grow up with Lamia and love her from the original generation games, I really start to understand why people love Amnesiac Axel. He's super fun, and reminds me I should probably get back to Endless Frontier Exceed. House of Necrosis. Ah, I love this legally distinct Resident Evil roguelike. Yeah, I got nothing else, it's basically a Resident Evil Mystery Dungeon. You can get the game for around $12 and there's a demo, freaking play it already. And the recent updates only improve the experience. Xenoblade Chronicle X Remaster. Look, all I wanted was a port so I could play the game not on the Wii U. I got my port and am really happy about it. It's my favorite Xenoblade game. I think I have about nearly 200 hours on the thing, and that hasn't changed. New story content's okay, solid B. Hades 2. You already have this game. Why am I even talking to you about this? I know you do, and you know why it's good. People bought the game for Lewis twice. Also has Medea in it, and yes, I am a simp. Dispatch. Okay, only watched this on YouTube, but it was a fun superhero game / show that I enjoyed and got excited every week when episodes were released. Look, it made me like the crypto bro who was also a man-bat. That's also hard to do due to my violent hatred of crypto, so kudos there. This also isn't an invitation to scam me, by the way. I will punch you in the dick repeatedly if you do. Sushi Ben. A cozy little game that I have yet to complete, but hey, the graphics are nice, the voice acting and characters are all good, and you didn't pay attention to a single goddamn thing I am talking about because you're just staring at the antagonist. You know what? Fair. That's fair. Glad we share the same taste. And now, for the real game of the year. Yeah, okay, 100 Line is that game in terms of original titles, but given the crappiness of this year, my spirits were low, especially after being operated on and recovering from that whole ordeal. And look, I needed my yearly SMT fix to function like the insane person 2025 turned me into. I'm of course joking, I turned crazy a long time ago before this year. Still, needed some motivation while in a dark, stressed out place from dealing with the hospital and their sheer incompetence. And then, during one particular Nintendo Direct, a voice shouted a name I never thought I would ever hear again.
Go, Rido!
And this was huge for me. If you recall my review of the first game a long time ago, I once mentioned this towards the end. And since Persona is dominating the SMT series, it's unlikely we will ever get a third game to see what kind of future Rido Kuzunoha has. I say it has about the same chances as, I don't know, Ash winning the Pokemon League. Well, I'm waiting, Atlas. And keep in mind, at the time, I thought Rido was cooked. Soul Hackers 2 did poorly, and the Rido DLC in Persona 5 was getting cut due to China or something. I legit thought the series was dead, but then waiting a few years later was all I needed for my wish to be granted. And no, I didn't buy the limited run games copy. I wanted it now, and I already have 2 figures of Rido anyway. Now, Atlas re-release games tend to be controversial in their own right, and while I do think the original has some elements that could be worth going back to, no, this is going to be the one I recommend right out of the gate, as you can easily get this, at the time of this review, and play so much better. Is it a DMC level action game? Oh, absolutely not! Is it fun as well as being faster and more playable? Hell yeah! And look, I love King Abaddon. It was my favorite Rido game without question, but this review bordering on remake does the one thing that makes it worth playing more. No more force damage. In the sequel, while the action was dialed up to be more fun, some random bites would inflict force damage to take away a lot of health, even if an enemy is weaker than you by a metric ton. In this remaster, none of that crap, just go and throw hands. About the only real issue I can criticize is that the jumping attacks kinda felt not great. Just kinda felt tacked on, as you will likely never use them, or jumping in general unless you need to dodge attacks, which in this case are mostly from bosses. And while I do appreciate the original Rido games not really having a voice cast, this remaster adding voices helps heighten things for the plot. Hell, I even like Godo shouting in the middle of a fight giving advice and whatnot. But maybe the best thing the game does in terms of plot is focusing on the spoiler character. In the previous game, their identity was mostly concealed except towards the end. The issue with that was that this character relied on some information related to SMT 1 and 2. You know, the ones Atlas never bothered to port stateside? Well, except for the first time on iOS and nowhere else for some odd reason. Seriously, why do we not have a Switch port of that? So the remaster is able to expand a bit more on them, and kinda how they turned insane. Honestly, between that and the production values, I feel it heightens their character. And before you ask, no, there is no Atlas re-release waifu. Cody, I know you have a sniper rifle, put it down. And so another year goes on by, and I'm surviving by the skin of my teeth. 2026 is off to a rocky start, especially as I keep seeing AI being pushed, and my situation to try and make more videos, well, it got worse. But hey, I still have a large and concerning backlog. I should really sell some of these games. So you know next year I will have plenty to talk about. Until then, I'm the smartest moron, and thank you for watching. Also, Kyo, I didn't forget. Pow. Democratic power hammer. Da 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 da. I don't know how the rest of this song goes because Square Enix doesn't make more of these games except for that one gotcha with that stupid Kane outfit that makes him look like the Undertaker. Da 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 da. God, I'm so fucking lonely.